Greetings, salutations to everybody. Hope this stream finds you well. It's Crypto Wonder. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, if you're not well, may you find swift amelioration towards your resolve to become well. Now, I realized a few things over this short time period dealing with, finances, monetary system, global economy, all that crazy stuff that we have to deal with every day. And here we are with crypto to sort of like give us a fighting chance to keep our heads above water. You know, these entities are doing everything they can to prevent us from being able to afford our freedom, right? These entities, these individuals are minuscule compared to the global, right, population. They have all the power. So they say. Now, a lot of times when you're coming into certain realization, you understand that you can't unlearn what you've learned. You can't undo what's been done. And you can't pretend like you're ignorant anymore because you're aware. You've been blessed with certain information that you're supposed to now utilize if you choose to become more empowered, to improve your quality of living. That's what I'd like to believe. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. They say everything goes in cycles. Everything in life occurs in cycles, right? Things are cyclical in nature, right? Right? When you're dealing with these markets, especially with cryptocurrency, we can't forget that the market is made up of individuals, of people like you and I, jumping in, jumping out, buying, selling, trading, whatever. You know, it's a bunch of us doing these things. Why? Because we're trying to make money. You look at certain factors that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And we realize everything costs. Everything costs. You know, like without money, you'll be hard pressed to exist in a quote unquote first world type of society and thrive. You'll be hard pressed. A couple weeks ago, Bitcoin turned 15 years old as far as the Genesis block, beginning of this month. Happy belated Bitcoin birthday, whatever, whatever. But this is the beginning of what we have. Bitcoin is the beginning of what we now deal with as far as decentralized finance. Bitcoin highlights decentralization. What is decentralization? Oh, well, some people say there's no central point of access anywhere, right? There's no headquarters to anything. No one is really calling the shots. This is something that everyone who can access, quote unquote, equally, quote unquote, fairly. But we've also realized that Bitcoin is not something that has been distributed in a certain way that can be fair, especially when you look at the price of the coin, when you look at how the coin is even divvied out. You already know your chances of acquiring what used to once cost dust, now it's out of many of our reach. But it's the spirit of decentralization. Is embrace the technology. Folks, that meme, you're in it for the tech. You're in it for the tech. No, it's not about money. I support lofty ideals. I'm an intangible warrior. My philosophy feeds me every day. No, it doesn't. My opinions, my thoughts don't feed me every day. They don't pay my bills every day, right? I have to work to pay my way. When you get to a point where you're looking at these things as supposed to be decentralized, and you realize there are nuggets of centralization throughout the whole space, you got to see it for what it is. You can't be like, oh, like who you fooling? Like who like. You can't pretend like this is not really happening. Oh, no. What are you talking about? It's decentralized. This is all DeFi, decentralized. Yeah, okay. It's cool. I hear what you're saying. But do we ever find something in life that's always one way, like all the way? There's some, you have to see the opposite in everything too. You have to understand the polarized nature of things. Polarities. You got dualities involved here. Some people will do everything and anything. Some people appreciate and love money more than they love life. Chasing that bag is worth more than saving their own lives, because they place themselves at risk to lose their lives in the spirit of chasing a bag. They don't care about their health. See, a lot of times people, I've discovered that folks, oh no, you got to take care of your health. You got to take care of your well-being. And while all that is true, the underlying thing is, all this, everything that, the common thread that you'll find in all of this, it's about money. Not financial advice. Why is that said? So people don't get sued. So folks don't, get in trouble. Do your own research. That absolves me of any accountability of what you illustrious viewers want to do based on anything that I'm saying. I'm absolved. You should have put what you could afford to lose. My hands are clean. Never mind the words that I'm saying to you. Don't listen to what people are saying. Do your own work. Do your own research. I have a feeling, and this may be more than a feeling at this point, that Richard figured out more than I thought he did as far as this whole system with crypto, starting with Bitcoin. He figured out a lot. He figured some things out, man. But and sometimes you have to learn to get out of your own way. Because while he figured certain things out and he, applied himself in a way where he presented this crypto, I guess that can come close to the core principles of what this was all about. Instead of individuals accepting it for what it is, when I say individuals, I'm not talking about a community of token holders. I'm not even talking about that, because even the token holders have their own agendas. All of us, we have our own plans of what to do with all of this stuff. I'm not talking about just that. I'm talking about, a wider, right, populace. Why that's not achieved now is because the world simply doesn't know and hasn't caught on yet. That's the reality. When I hear about certain things like trillions of dollars are on the sidelines, where I've been hearing about trillions of dollars since 2017 when I got in. Backed, BAKKT, got approved. Fidelity Digital Assets been mining Bitcoin since 2015. All these entities, Jamie Dimon lying to the world, talking about if anybody in Chase were to be found dealing with Bitcoin, they'd be fired. Meanwhile, across the pond, because I'm hailing from the US, across the pond, it was discovered that his company, or the company he represents, Chase Bank, was doing what it had to do to acquire Bitcoin, all the while telling people that, it's garbage, etc., etc. All this stuff about institutions. These talks have been going on for a very long time, right? They treat Bitcoin as a come up. It's not taken seriously. I'm not just saying Bitcoin, but the crypto space. They treat it as a come up, as a quick lick. Right? An opportunity to just flip your bag, boom, 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 abuse the market, basically defecate on all the retail, the zero sum to the max, and then go back to their legacy world and handle what they handle. So it's going to take us, in my opinion, a long time where things are sort of like on a level playing field. But what I can say is, and what I've seen just by studying this thing, each bull market has been better than its predecessor, than the previous bull market. Every single bull market has outdone the previous. So we shall see what this one's going to bring. I'm looking forward to 2028, 29, though, to be honest. That's what I've been saying before, and that's the truth. Anyway, basically another 2 cycles from now. But I digress. All this stuff is being done. All this stuff seemed like Richard figured out some things, though. People want to ask, hey, who owns the OA, all that stuff, oh no, this is not a fair situation. If he feels a way, he can just dump on everybody. That's applicable on so many levels outside of Hex. It's not even, it's like, so it lends me to believe, because the majority of Bitcoin holders are not in the hands of 8 billion people. Bitcoin's not in the hands of 8 billion people. They say, what, there's 8 billion in the world? half of which don't even have access to electricity, much less the internet. So, but no. It's different. You're talking semantics. This is not. You're talking wallets. That's no. It's still decentralized. Well, is it really? We don't. Yeah, no, it's not. But you got folks who just simply want to outdo Richard for whatever personal reasons. I don't know. He set the bar, right? So you got folks who simply don't like him, and they show it. They show it. They don't care about what he got going on. Will criticize him heavy. I've criticized him, but it doesn't mean I don't like the guy. Like I don't know him to hate him. Like, but you got people who've launched projects in a community that he basically helped build. And the folks criticize him to such an extent where I have to ask myself, like, why did you even bother even engaging or doing anything on Pulse Chain? What it was? Oh, but then it when I think about it, I'm thinking, oh no, it's for the money. It's for the money. But then they mask all of that and say, no, it's not about the money because he's giving millions away to the community. But as you all can see, those who've been here, none of it was necessarily free or given away. Some have done it in a way where they didn't have to raise money. They didn't have to ask people to donate. They didn't have to do any type of fundraising or any sacrifice of any kind. I'm talking about those who have, right? And who still are not real supporters of RH, but you're dealing with his blockchain. And to the extent where they continuously behind the scenes, because this is the thing, right? What would they do if they were in his shoes right now? Like, what would they do? They don't think about these things. They don't think about what they would do if they were in their shoes. Because maybe if you would put yourself in someone else's shoes, you would kind of understand their perspective a little bit better. Because everyone so far who's just basically been hating on Richard in the community has not shown any proof that they have done anything comparable to what Richard has done or have exceeded what Richard has done. I don't see what's so hard in allowing people to just be who they are and do what they have to do, in a sense where you could say everything and anything under the sun about the man being a scammer, a fraudster, all that stuff. All of that. But going back to, again, dualities, going back again to the opposing side, going back again to the opposite nature, the whole other half, the piece of that is, if you think you can do better, then do it. Because the fight that he's engaging in, would you want to do that for you? Would you want to get involved with spending untold amount of money for lawyers to go against this alphabet agency, this alphabet monster that's trying to take away our ability to quote unquote freely transact among one another. You want to fight that fight? Of course not. But they'll throw stones and hide their hands. They'll throw stones and hide their hands and criticize. Everybody took those who were familiar. Just once Pulse Chain launched, they saw it as an opportunity to just create all types of projects to basically take money away as much as they can, because that's what's happened. That's what's been happening. That's what will continue to happen. And the part about it, again, that's crazy. Some of these guys talking sideways about the man who just basically laid it out for them to do it. He laid it out for them to do it. Not to say that he encouraged people to fleece others, you know? But again, you can't stop who and what and where and why and whatever, whoever participates in these systems and blockchain. You can't prevent, you can't censor, you can't gatekeep. That's not how this works. But you know, in the spirit of decentralization, you got to deal with the consequences that decentralization brings too. They treat it like a casino. They're like, oh no, this is opportunity. Let's you know, this is a quick lick. Come on. Let's create this, let's create that, this and that, and fill our pockets up. Let's fill our pockets up. We riding the 10,000x narrative by the leader who issued this blockchain and DEX, and just, you know, we're gonna take advantage. We're gonna come up. Not everyone. I would like to think that not everybody who created projects on the Pulse chain has super wicked intentions. And I'm not gonna say they all do, because I don't know everybody to be like to generalize everything like that. I'm not gonna say that, but some have already fleeced community, fleeced it, rug, scam, and whatever. But then you have these founders, these holders, these things, these people, builders, not holders, these builders that continuously prod and poke and insult and just, what is your purpose? If you already built something and it works, keep it moving. What are you looking for approval for? You're looking for approval for another person in the Hex community to give you the okay? You're asking for approval that way when you are part of another collective that's supposed to be building something also from the ground up. You're supposed to be a coder too, and you're looking for another Hex quote unquote OG or influencer to say, hey, let's be honest. Don't you think that what we got going on is on the level? What? So I used to always think about when Richard used to always say that he doesn't get the respect and he's fighting for respect. Me personally, I'm like, he doesn't need to fight for respect, because he already did what he did to show the world, listen man, he created this token here on top of Ethereum that outperformed like just whatever expectations were to amass 10,000 in 2.5 years got blown out the water in 623 days. So who you have to Who do you have to, fight for respect from? For who? But I'm not him. I don't understand his mission because I'm not living his life. I don't want to be him. All I can be is myself. But a lot of these guys, a lot of these gals too, are so obsessed with wanting, with just trying to outdo. You want to outdo somebody. What? And if that's the case, then just do it. Why are you talking about it? Because talking about it didn't bring your charts go up. It didn't make your money. It didn't make anything, happen to bless you and the community. Like, it's just, these are your personal ideals. Keep it personal and do the best you can to reach that mark. But no, they will go on the spaces. They'll go on a voice chat. They'll go on streaming live. They will text each other, secret Illuminati groups. And it's not just about certain, it's just weird. Telegram, all kinds of weird behind DM, this and that. Get mad, get upset, waste time, and create some online drama with one another that does nothing for why we're all here to make money. It does nothing for that. And then you criticize this man for being fat and Post Shade not doing a 10,000X already. How does that even work? How does that even work? The community, the village, the shanty town has become reduced to like this modern day one life to live. All my children. The Edge of Night. Dynasty. Soap opera. So that's all. Soap opera. You stamp out one fire. Oh, give it a couple days. Another one's gonna come on. Give it another couple days. Another one's gonna come. Give another couple. Another one's gonna. Meanwhile, you don't see yourselves making money and all that because it's just you're allowing yourself to engage with weak activities that's yielding no positive results. Listening to so-called, like folks that become self-proclaimed leaders, like they think they're leaders, self-proclaimed leaders. Because they build a project, all of a sudden now they're leading. It's to satisfy their own whimsical feels, their own personal ego and pride. That's all it's about. You're buying into that. And it's dangerous because you don't know what their intentions are, really. They could say whatever they want to you, but you really don't know. Everything rests on what you decide to do on your own time and on your own dime. I don't care who they are, because you have to live with you. You have to live with yourself. You have to make your own decisions. You have to do what it takes for you to get by. Not saying, oh wait, before you make a move, that you go on Twitter in some toxic thread or timeline and engage in some foolishness that's just going to help you decide on how you should make a move in your real life. Who's doing that? It's weird. You know how many times I've been in listening to people talk and they act like they have the secret sauce. You could swear they are possessing something within their hands, outside of their bodies, that represent God, him or herself. And that with that, they're going to create something that's never been done before. And for the people that they're listening to get ready. Get ready. As if a favor is being done. No, I don't want you to get your monies together. Don't worry. I'm doing this for you. I'm giving this to the world. This is something from me because I want to embrace my altruistic, noble ideals. And I want to give back my energy of absolute maximum righteousness. I want to pour it out into the world and listen to my voice when I tell you I got the secret of secrets, holiest of grails, sauce. Got a piece of God in my hands that I'm about to give to the world. And nobody can take it from me because I'm the one who created it. How about that? And for some unsuspecting, naive people, they believe in it. They believe because folks want to have something to attach to. But be careful what you attach yourselves with. I've heard it over the years, since 2017. How many founder? Everything you hearing from a founder, some type of developer, some type of programmer, some type of whatever. They make you feel that they created something that you need, that you didn't know that you needed, that you didn't know that you needed more today than you ever did in your life, that you needed it now. You needed it yesterday. You need to buy into it, though. That's the thing. Because you have to expend some type of energy. You have to give the attention, which is what? Currency. You have to give, guess what? Money. You have to separate time out of your life. You got to cut out some time out of your life to get ready to get a piece of God on this blockchain. Oh, because they have the sauce. And you don't trust yourselves when the spider senses start tingling and you're like, this guy don't know what he's talking about. This gal is a crackpot. Out of his mind, out of their mind. How you have all this and nobody came after you? Like you're supposed to be the person that's holding a piece of God in your hand. And you about to give it to your community in your Telegram group, in your Discord channel, in your Reddit, in your whatever social media, whatever following foolishness you call yourself having. You have this piece of God. And you mean to tell me billions of people, millions of people are not watching? Like the same entities that crypto's supposed to go against. You don't think they would be paying attention? You don't think you'd have a knock on your door? You wouldn't even be able to do what you're doing. And if you were that good, you wouldn't be where you're at doing what you're doing if you were that good. People suffer all types of trials and tribulations out here, man. All types of trials and tribulations. If a guy, they call him fat man. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, you just forked a garbage chain. He forked a garbage chain. That's what folks are saying. People who've actually built on top of the chain are defecating on the chain. Negative energy. Because why? Because they know that the man figured out something that they didn't. He figured out many things. And he front ran many people. Like the majority, he front ran all of them. They all want to be like him. They want to be better than him. And they don't know how to. And they've been failing miserably. And he's paying them no mind. And when you think he's giving them attention, trust and believe is not just for nothing, because you always have to think critically when it comes to things like this. If you really want to go deep in some kind of rabbit hole and investigate what's really taking place, you have to use your brain and analyze what you're discovering. It's what the organ in your head is there for you to think, for you to use, for you to apply. He used to say on streams, listen, he wishes somebody could create something so that hex token, so that they could short hex, right? You have an unsavory character and his band of hooligans who took advantage. And first mover, they said, oh, there we go, that's our lick right here. Boom, here you go. People could use this to short. Does a post, RH does a post and says, hey, you know, you can short hex now and this and that, but listen, man, trading or doing anything leverage is death. Said it on the post. People look at that as if he gave those guys the approval of approval. That's not what, like, folks, the man said it clearly. If you want to do that, and that's because he's appealing to people who just like to do that. Some folks that don't care for staking, they don't care for hodling, they don't care for none of it. They just want to trade. They want to do their thug thizzle on the chain. That's it. Not everybody's gonna do what you want to do or I want to do, and that's okay. He just put the announcement out there, and people think that, oh, he gave them a approval, like his blessing. All right. He gave him a backhanded compliment. Batman slapping the crap out of Robin. Bing, pow, bong, slap. That's what he did, man. And some people, they grab onto their moral ideals and they're just like, oh no, you're promoting a lady's liquor and leverage. What happened to that? What happened to that? Now you talking about some leverage? This is what you didn't read the whole thing? You didn't comprehend what was said? That's not a compliment. I'd feel like crap, but you know, when you got millions of dollars given to you from a sacrifice, you winning anyway. Why would you feel like crap? You don't care. The person don't care. Come on. And then to make reference about how to refer to things like, oh, you know, this chain such and such, you know, 9 months old and it's just not yielding good results and people are wrecked and all this, and it's 9 months old. You know where people are wrecked also? Where we're wrecked on a regular every day with this system, the taxes, right? That's how we get wrecked. Those of us who don't utilize whatever systems that certain entities use to protect and tax shelter and do all that, that's wrecked every day. You want to go buy yourself a little soft drink? Oh, you're getting wrecked. You're getting wrecked. Oh, you want to pump a little gas in your vehicle? You're getting wrecked. Do you really know what you're ingesting every day, putting in your body? You're getting wrecked. Oh, you got the sniffles? Or you got the shingles? You got wrecked. You're getting wrecked every day. And you try to make the best out of it, man. Life is just, that's what it is, man. It's a beautiful struggle. People not making sense out here, man. And it's not about these RH D riders and these people that die hard and this and that. You got folks that are die hard, sure, but not everybody is all like whatever. I don't like everything he does. Personally, it's not me. I've been that way the whole time. I don't care about how anybody feels. But those tactics and things that people say is to divide. You know how RH put the whole thing of everybody unite and this and that every now and then, every other, you put a thing of, Hexicans unite and this and that because there's strength in numbers. But when people have their own agendas, as those who have eyes and a sound mind can see that there's been nothing but agenda after agenda after agenda after agenda in this blockchain community, people are not going to be united. It's fragmented, and that's okay, because guess what? It's par for the course. Because you have how many thousands of different coins on the thing, people are going to have thousands of different choices by default. But out of those thousands, when you know that the core is made by somebody who's about something, who's supposed to be about something good, who's supposed to be about what crypto's all about and what he stands for and has shown it over the years, then there's no what's more to be said. What is more to be said? It's just, again, you have those mini me's or mini wannabes. There's a lot of wannabes in this space. A lot of people who just try to be like him, who can't stand Richard, yo. Can't stand him. Can't stand him. And it shows. Pretend like they do. Pretend like they've been there. They believed in him. From everybody, from the earliest of early till now, you got a bunch of people. This is just what it is. They'll distract you. That's all it is. It's a distraction to take you off your path. See, misery loves company too. Some people, they don't want to see you and I win. Because while they have been successful, they're still experiencing a great deal of self-hatred, inner turmoil, this imbalance, and they don't know how to heal from that. They don't know how to take care of that except lashing out in their own unhealthy ways, so that they could connect with others, even if it's at a detriment, even if it's negative. That's what this has all been reduced to. I've never seen so many people that purport to be well off, that purport to be not just a hundredaire, 1,000aire. You got M's, you got millions, and this is how you behave. This is the example. This is how you live. This is what you do. You're unsettled at that level, and you're not embarrassed. Like, when people, if YouTube should be around for the foreseeable future in the oncoming years, when people look back, and hopefully, folks that are broken find themselves a little bit more repaired in the future, healed, right? They found resolve. When they look back at these times, right? I hope that they find everything, nothing short of embarrassment and shame. Because you cannot tell me, you can't tell me for a second that it's cool, you have every resource you don't want for anything, and all you're going to reduce your daily life in doing and engaging in is getting on the internet and looking to see who you could start a fight with. and you're rich. It's just the example of what people who don't know should know. Money just highlights who a person really is. It just emphasizes who they are. That's all. That's all. Many people are embittered. Many people would want to experience real joy and fulfillment, and they just don't know how to, but they could afford to seek the outlets that would help them become better. They choose not to. They choose to remain on the internet, online, to try to just spread negative energy. They're malcontent. They're in this space. They're in this community. They're next to you. They're there. They will always be there. But how you should treat them is as a reminder of what you never want to aspire to become. Period. Because we're learning as we go along. These are growing pains as we go along. We're discovering new things about ourselves. I've learned a great deal about myself over the years dealing just with crypto. What I can bear, what I can tolerate, and what I discard. You never stop learning. You never stop learning. You know? Someone comes out with a project and they swear they're the best thing since sliced bread. Let them prove it. See, people have to prove. The same way all the other founders of these blockchains that still exist today, right? Richard and his peers. See, the problem and the mistakes that I think the members in this shanty town have done, they could have been his peers until they revealed their true intentions to Richard and online, and Richard could see, and they realized that they're really not good people. But they could have been his peers, because even Richard has been heavily critical of his peers and what they've done and what they've created in crypto that's harmed the communities or retail investors. It's not hard to really digest this stuff. It's not. Vitalik doesn't go to any type of conference or party for himself and dance with his Ethereum supporters. Maybe he does. Or what do I know? Maybe he has, man. I retract. Let me take that. I saw him on stage when Ethereum POS merged in 22. I saw him on stage doing some kind of suspect dance and a rap that was just cringe to the max. Nails on the chalkboard, but that's I digress. You know, I don't see Hoskinson, out here with his supporters. Maybe he's too rich, he's too isolated. I don't see Justin Sun milling around in the community with his people, like really in the mix. Where did Dan Larimer go? Where did he go? Charlie Lee, where you at? Where you at? But since it got real hot in the community and people made it real hot for Richard, like real hot. Because who knows? Maybe he didn't envision getting 1.7 billion. And that's just until the sacrifice period stopped. He got more than that. Because people just kept giving more. It's just, sacrifice. I think someone was even sacrificed as recent as, they made a post about it, as recent as last month. People were still sacrificing into Pulse Chain. I don't think he, RH envisioned that scale, that level of blah blah blah. Like, yo, but if you do your thug thizzle, if you do your forensic chain analysis, maybe all that criticism is still on the blockchain. Like some people think, not like other folks who didn't know what they're doing that got sacrificed monies. Who knows? He don't work for nobody, like he says. Why don't we, like, I don't know. People are wilding. What's going on with the chat? What's going on with all y'all? Checks my pulse. DJ Bomber, what's up? Randall Schreiner checks my pulse, says what's good, everything chill, everything crisp. He still got to go inside the store. Be back. All right, no doubt. Randolph, it's all good. FOMO TV, what's up? Check my pulse. Can't unsee what you've already seen. Exactly. You can't. You could pretend, but then the effects won't be the same versus someone who just simply hasn't seen what you've seen. You know what I mean? Godfather, what's up? He said, love this jam. Almost said, love this jam. Much love, y'all. Much love. Blue Collar Grunt, what's the deal? All cycles are connected. Checks my pulse. Stars, tire season. Exactly. Talk about it, man. We could get in that bag on a certain day. We'll get in a certain bag. It's all connected. And what part do we play? Bitcoin. Yeah. But people want to give things. Folks don't know how to just stand out. They think they could do something comparable or better, and hey, they looking for praise, which is, I get it, but listen, man. When somebody got bigger fish to fry, focus on your lane and what you got going on, man. There's one individual that I recognize in the community that's doing something, and it's really becoming something greater than I think he even envisioned, right? But the thing about that is, it's the people. Show me your friends, I'll show you who you are. Much success to all that, to what he got going on, but he needs to really be mindful and pay attention to what's going on. I'm not gonna put his business out there. It's not even for that, because sometimes it's relative, sometimes it's necessary, but in this case it's not. And I'm talking about Project on Pulse. He's doing what he has to do, and it's growing. But again, sometimes the thing becomes bigger than you, and then what's next, right? What's next? Because I could understand fighting against the naysayers, but like I was trying to say before, look at the level of negativity. I can't imagine what RH went through 4 years ago, and I was one of the antagonizers, right? So anybody now who's facing whatever they're facing, they can't even put themselves in the same shoes that RH was in. Everybody, yo, there's nobody yet that's been able to been produced and show face to say that you've done something better than what RH has done. Nobody, yo. Nobody. There's a reason for that. Regardless of how you think, what you feel, what your opinions are, just respect it. But people don't want to do that because they're egotistical maniacs. And I say that emphatically because that's what they show. You want to jump on the spaces, want to cry when somebody follows or unfollows you, or cry when someone blocks you, and all this weirdo activity. None of that. None of that. None of that is reflected positive in the charts. And it's an absolute waste of time. And pay attention. I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying. Like this one gentleman, shout out to him. He's doing something that other people haven't done, and he's aligning himself with people who want to, blow the community up and expand and keep doing good things, and everything is looking good. Everything is looking good. Keep that energy flowing. But again, pay attention to your friends. Pay attention to who you call friends. Pay attention to those in your circle, because it's those that are close to you that'll be the ones to hurt you the most. The most. There's money's involved here. And for a lot of people, it's about ego and self-aggrandizement. Some people suffer from serious delusions of grandeur. Especially when you have a character that's in your collective that's been trying to launch and been talking about other projects for so long, for years, and hasn't been able to pop yet, but wants to align with you. Wants to align with you because he knows what you're doing is good. I'm just gonna, people, hey man, that's how it is out here, man. It's real talk, and I've been around for a little bit. We have the tools. It's true. We have the tools necessary. We have the tools. We start with these tools. We start with this fundamental. We got the fundamentals. We got the building blocks. We got the core that can help us, possibly see brighter future, much brighter days, I'm not going to, like they say, now things are just, I'm not going to dilute or distract myself. There's no point. I don't mind. Look, like the next person, I don't mind making money. I don't mind making gains. I'm not a hater like that. Like, who cares? Who cares? I'm just also not a child, right? I don't treat these things like a casino. Buying scratch-offs. Go to a bodega. Oh, let me get lucky sevens. Not doing that here. I don't have the time for it. I don't have the interest. Not interested. Not. And unfortunately, some people, they mask themselves being legit, and all they're doing is being a grift. That's it. That's it. You see? I want to look. That's facts. To me, I believe the same thing. The man saw a thing. He saw this. He just figured it out. And he can't give everybody the secret sauce. But what he did give works. And people just simply can't respect what works. Or too bored. Again, this thing helps you be able to do things and free you from worry. Now, sure, it's volatile asset, volatile. We got to go through the ups and downs. It sucks to see something crazy numbers and it's reduced to something ridiculously low. We get that. But this is what this thing is used for. But you got other coins now, a layer one. A layer one, come on now. Like, other people talk about other stuff like this is, come on, man. They talk about other things like this was a fail. How is it a fail? How is it a fail? How? Did 2 years pass by, 3 years pass by, 4 years pass by? You could look at whatever coin ranking site and look at L1s and see how they're performing over a period of time. You see a lot of stuff is not really doing what they promised that they were supposed to do. But come on now. Like we're about to approach a real bull. And like I said before already, and I'm gonna close it out real soon. Every bull has been better than the previous. It's just what it is. Better meaning more higher highs. All-time highs, new highs. Beautiful situation. Beautiful. Beautiful situation. Positioned right here too. Beautiful. It's comfortable, man. Chilling. Comfortable. I'm gonna wreck myself and do things that some purported ex-millionaires done. I can't do what they're doing. I don't care about what they got going on. And then when they get called out, it's an issue because y'all get mad, get pissed off because you just like this personality. This personality you might like this person, but they might have also invariably wrecked some people because people are going to do what you talk about, regardless if you not financial advice, DYOR and all that. That's the point of all this. That's the point. I know, right? Yeah, those of us, yeah, man, Generation X, boomers. I'm in that camp. I already understand, bro. So, what do you think? Well, I'm gonna tell you this: what I think about TradeFi, because you know what? When the light bulb turns on, as far as TradeFi, if you know like I know, and how we understand what's going on and this and that, there'd be no shadow of a doubt that they would just pour right into the space, specifically with Hex. If they knew and understood how this thing works and what it's about, 100%. Just for the yield alone. Just for the yield alone. Never mind price action or whatever. Just for that yield. But we shall see. Because it's all a learning curve too. And it takes time. So maybe the next cycle after this oncoming one, we might see something like that. Or maybe I have it all twisted. Maybe we might be surprised. Who knows? But we shall see. But Danny Amore, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah. For sure. Black Levin in the building. What's up, man? Hope all is well with you, man. %. If they hate, let them hate and watch the money piled up. Yeah, man. For sure. Buffalo Heart, what's up? Been a while. It's been a while. Doc Lover, what's happening? All good. Good to see you. Tin Top in the building. Tin Top is everywhere. Tin Top is everywhere. You're never there. Salute to Tin Top. Thank you, FOMO. And guys, also FOMO has any streamer you recognize, Black Levin, FOMO TV, any streamer who's in the chat that you recognize, go subscribe to the channel, lend some support. They provide various types of content, and I've been rocking with them for years in this space. They don't necessarily talk about what I talk about. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I've been rocking with them for years, folks. Years. Oh, Disciple in the building. Illustrious Disciple. Disciple be dropping his own version of reality truths too. Man, he knows how to shake the room. Disciple knows how to shake the room. That's a fact. What's up, man? Yeah. The former friends, yeah. 100%. 100%. And that's part of what you see here. That's what I think he's realized. Like, he doesn't need to be around folks like this. This is how they're going to be. You know? The dude is punching up. And these folks were punching each other, punching down, and this, and you know, trying to punch up. But he's not going to waste his time entertaining, you know, these people who betrayed him. He's not going to waste his time. Why would he? He got, you know, bigger fish to fry. You know, Reverend Post. Yeah. Merlos. What up? What up? What's happening? Says what up, Hexicans? Ernie Savage. What's happening? Westcott Crypto, guys. That's the guy right there, Westcott. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, I'm sure you have, because we all follow each other. You know what I mean? But either way, subscribe to Westcott channel and his Twitter or his socials. Him and Disciple just shook the internet, DeFi, RH, Maxi, Earth, ground 2 weeks ago. Oh, why? Because hey, we just like to talk about these tokens, and people just don't like you talking about RH anymore and the tokens. I don't know what that's about. And when you question folks that used to be devout followers who go on to talk about other projects that may not be doing so well right now or whatever, and when they're questioned about it, it seems like it's a problem. Like, folks, this the hypocrisy and contradiction here is just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Westcott been following me for years, and we just here, like everybody else here, to just experience some glorious gains. I mean, why not? Why not? We don't know when these things will happen again. Many people are not in this position that we're in. What's the problem? What's the problem? Folks fade RH left and right, man. Fading the man, fading the man, fading the man. Can't do 1/100th. Can't produce 1/100th of anything he's done. 1/10, a quarter, or a tenth, 1/100th. He sent the tweet out, and the whole chain, everything on the chain was green. When he sent out that tweet that he got them lawyers on deck, man, the first 100 tokens on that first 100 it was all green. I can't talk about the rest, but it was fire. Yeah, man, and narcissistic is obsessive, you know, narcissistic is just disgusting, man. Damn near sociopathic. People are crazy, you know. They see nothing wrong with it. They see nothing wrong with it. Like, yo, you know, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm something I'm not. I could reach and aspire to do something comparable and do my best and mind my business. These people don't know how to mind their own business and stick to their own natural realm and do what they've been gifted to do. Some of us have. We all have strengths and weaknesses, you know. Use our gifts. This man did something. Okay, he presented to the world. Okay, sure. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What can everybody else do? But no, you want to throw rocks and hide your hands, and it's weird. We're here to win in every shape, form, or fashion. That's what we're here for. Because why not? Rodrigo Baltazar. Thanks, man. What's going on? He said Just Nuggets. Crypto Pay. I'm ready for moon launch. Let's go. Let's go. For real. Our time is coming. Our time is coming, man. Glorious gains, man. It's coming. I'm still bullish. We're one day closer to the next all-time high for Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X. Ink. Oh, yeah, like, we just, come on, man. One guy faded Ink, and you, I don't understand. You faded Ink. Talk crap about Ink. But you was chilling Pulse Doge, like some weird talk back. You shilling stuff that nobody cares about today. You faded Ink, called Richard Fat Man and all kinds of stuff, and then you say on the internet you apologize to another guy for unblocking you, and that the guy should really consider that the movement that you're a part of is doing good things for the community. Like, weird, man. And then the same person you'll talk about, openly talk about and criticize, the same person. You openly talk bad about Richard and Pulse Chain and all this stuff with leverage trade and all this stuff that he promoted. How's he promoting? He didn't promote it. He said, yo, you want to do it, it's there. But listen, it's death if you trade. You're going to hurt yourself. You don't know what you're doing. Not promote, you talk mess. And then you say somewhere, oh, but Richard did give you respect and said something nice about you. But do you see the mental disturbance, the mental mania, the borderline, the schizoaffective, the psychotic nature of these people, man. Sociopathic, psychotic, crazy people out here, man. And it's not to demean, it's not to insult, it's not to make light or laugh at the situation. That's what I do for a living. Work with mentally ill adults. That's why I could pick up on certain things that these folks do. Bipolar as a mother ever. Like seriously, y'all are crazy. What's wrong with you? Talking about you haven't slept in days because you coding and you possessing a thing that's akin to a piece of God in your hand, and you're gonna give it to the community and everybody that you believe in because nobody can stop you. Then do it. Do it. Do that. Nobody cares. What we care about is what we got going on. That's it. That's it. Yep, we just hold it our tokens and call it our rock door. That's it. For real. For real. And even sometimes when I'm in the mood, I call out names too. I know y'all have no problems, calling out names. When I'm in the mood, I'll do that too. But that's all we doing. And just to try to educate the people and help people see, because we're real people. We're real people. We're not AI. We're not grifters. We don't scam individuals. We're not out here begging you for money. We're not selling anything. Like, not trying to pretend like I got the most divine piece of the quintessential element, a piece of the emerald tablet that I'm trying to just feed to the people on the blockchain. Like, who's doing that? Salute to everybody, man. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Take care.